I like my coffee hot. Hi there, Sage Canaday of VO2 Max Productions here with another training talk. Well, kind of a training talk. This is basically just a food vlog, I guess, of what you guys requested. Thanks for voting and commenting for this, but a day in the life of what I eat. I did a day in the life video earlier before, but this just shows an average day of eating, focusing just on the meals and nutrition. And I try to explain some of the reasoning behind my dietary choices, whether it's actually kind of scientific, nutrition-based, or just guilty pleasure based, something I like to indulge in on a day-to-day basis. But this is kind of a pretty accurate description, I think, of my usual type of routine and the types of foods that I eat during an average training day. I run about 17 miles in this day, as you'll see. It was in a single run. Sometimes I'll do it in two runs. I could run about anywhere between 10 or 20 miles on any given day, but this is a pretty average depiction of that. So here we go. We'll go right into it. A day of eating. So I usually start off with these frozen waffles or pieces of toast. I got these from Whole Foods, organic blueberry waffles. A little expensive, probably not the best for you, but look at the nutrition labels here. 2 waffles, that's what I'm having. So 180, or what was that? Yeah, 180 calories, 4 grams of protein. Look at that. That's just the waffle. 28 grams carbohydrate, pretty good. Only 5 grams of sugar. Pretty natural, organic. They have little blueberry bits in them. Fresh blueberries would be better, but we don't have those. We always do have this immaculate fruit spread, but I'm gonna be bad this morning and put on my usual maple syrup with almond butter. So I put fresh ground almond butter on my waffles with, of course, real maple syrup, and then my plain coffee. No need for sugar in the coffee or cream. But yeah, a lot of times I do have toast. This is definitely not the healthiest. Probably be healthier would be a bowl of oatmeal with fresh fruit on it, with maybe a little of the protein source from the almond butter. But probably not necessarily, yeah, the best choice. But it's what I like in the morning. Still kind of addicted to that sugar rush, but not advocating it for sure. Coffee's the lifeblood. But yeah, I'll have a couple glasses of water as well. Polished off those waffles. Maple syrup, however natural, probably not real great for you. That's kind of a lot of really high-end sugar, which definitely wouldn't advocate, but I like something sweet with my coffee. What can I say? So I got my heart rate monitor on, heading out for a long run at the Boulder Res, and gotta make sure we prepare with adequate hydration gear. Taking a couple bottles of water, as well as this fuel right here, food items. Alright, so I just finished up a medium length long run, 17.1 miles. We'll see what the Strava data says on that, but it's really good. It was my first long run back after injury, knee injury 4 weeks ago, so first run over 10 miles even. So I felt pretty good on that. Pretty warm day out here in Boulder, so got to rehydrate first. That's the most important thing, definitely dehydrated. Then I'm going to eat a V-Fuel gel. I took one during the run. I had one in my pocket. Not sure if you can see it there. But you know, it wasn't over 20 miles, so I didn't really need it. Plenty of fat burning intensity, so I obviously had plenty of glycogen in the tank as well. But I'm gonna eat a Yugo bar, which is a great sponsor plug, but also a great source of carbohydrates, fat, and protein. 240 calories, 5 grams of protein, 19 grams of sugar, 33 grams of carbohydrates. So mainly nuts and fruit, pecans, almonds, raisins. It's got chia seeds in it, cinnamon even. I need that before I even drive back into town to do core work, and so I'll see you back then. So I'm back home, super dehydrated. Just drank plenty of water. Now I'm going for a banana. I don't even like bananas that much, but great source of potassium, quick, easy to digest, hydrates you, quick sugars. I take them during races even, so they go down well. So I'm gonna have that before I stretch and do my abs and before lunch. So setting up my lunch burritos here. First thing I do is lay down a bed of black beans and this basmati wild rice mix we got. Black beans I think they're both from Whole Foods, but yeah, on these white tortillas, which were organic, I will say, but it is a lot of white flour, white tortillas. If I was being critical of my diet, I'd say, I'd probably be better off with collard green wraps, which Sandy actually has a really good recipe for collard green wraps full of vegetables and basil, or making burritos out of actual collard greens. Better bet probably than the white flour tortilla, but when I crave Mexican food, that's what I feel like, and that's what I have. So that's the first thing I'm gonna lay down for these lunch burritos here. And then of course beans and rice, complementary amino acids. I'm pretty sure most of the world's population is at least fed on some combination of beans and or rice and or corn. So just a note on that. But for toppings, we got the vegan cheese that I opened up. Cheese is the hardest thing for me to go from real cheese to vegan cheese. And I don't totally switch it up. Sometimes I'll indulge in real cheese if I make a pizza or something. Obviously, eating fondue in France or Italian pizza in Italy, I'm going to eat real cheese on the road. But try this vegan cheese. It's not bad. And then for toppings, we'll go full-on avocado. With some just mixed greens lettuce, and you get these big salad packs. Lots of mixed greens. You can see it's got romaine, all sorts of stuff, and then this natural fresh salsa. Nice flavor there. And I'll put on a topping of some nutritional yeast, good source of B12. If you absorb a little of it, but also good flavor, I think. Oh, yeah, we can't forget the cilantro in there. Fresh cilantro is key. Alright, so yeah, that's the finished product. I'm probably going to make a big mess trying to roll these up and actually eat them, so we're not going to show that part. But like I mentioned before, with the tortilla, Sandy makes a great recipe with collard green wraps and like actually a mango sauce, which is really delicious and probably healthier. That's definitely healthier. But I really love Mexican type of cuisine, and these are the kind of burritos I eat all the time, especially for lunch. Alright, so mid-afternoon snack time. I like to have a little cup of coffee there. If I have too much, I won't be able to fall asleep. And then always something sweet with my coffee. A little crumpet I got. This isn't the best thing to eat probably, but it's like a maple syrup, sweetened, flavored, kind of nutty walnut type of cookie treat. My special indulgence. A little too much oil too, but yeah, that's what I have, something sweet with my coffee. Alright, so it's happy hour time. Got a nice cold Avery IPA in a frosty beer glass. So it is Friday night, and I'm going to enjoy this hoppy deliciousness. Here we go, time to prepare dinner. Cutting up some veggies, that's the good stuff. Got some spices out. I'm going to make a Moroccan stew. As always, we put our veggies or curry or whatever on a bed of rice or rice noodles or some sort of carbs, quinoa sometimes, even couscous. So that's how most of our homemade dinner starts, sauteing a lot of vegetables. Just super nutrient density, nutrient rich, just an amalgam of colors you see. We're sauteing them in vegetable broth and water, so really low fat. Of course, high fiber, high carbs. Be adding our main protein source for this dish, as well as spices, spice and variety of life, and tons of garlic. We love garlic. So there's the final product, Moroccan stew. We got zucchini, onions, bell peppers, sweet potatoes, obviously, garbanzo beans. Tomatoes. On a bed of rice, lots of spices, cinnamon. Let's see, chili powder, garlic, saffron, just to name a few, coriander, things like that. Of course, trusty Avery IPA, along with dinner. And then this hot chili sauce that's been mixed in with some chunks of garlic, rather large chunks of garlic, Makes a nice hot bite to it. This will probably just be my first serving. I'll be back for more later. So I actually didn't eat another helping. I was pretty full. High volume, high fiber, adequate protein. Those beans, the rice, plenty of protein, plenty of nutrients with all the vegetables. So very healthy meal. And what I will indulge in for dessert, as part of my dessert, is another one of these bad boys though. Alright, so for my second dessert, I got a special treat tonight. Sandy made these excellent muffins from the Engine 2 Diet recipe. It's an oat bran muffin with sweetened with dates and apples, bananas, and blueberries. So very nice there. And I'll have my nice hot cup of chamomile tea. Hopefully help put me to sleep. So there you have it. I didn't even count. I don't count calories. I've counted them once before, tried to at least, and I don't think I eat a super high calorie diet. I think everyone's metabolism is a little bit different, and so what my body's actually adjusted to is running a lot every day, and so maybe I don't have to eat as many calories because my metabolism slowed down. Me running 10 miles a day is less than I'd normally do, so then I don't even have to eat as much if I only run 10 miles, whereas other people, they're not used to running as much, that might be a long run for them, so they could eat a lot more and get away with it, whereas I can't. But I don't worry about the calories too much. I don't worry about weighing myself. I think if you weigh yourself a lot, it's a good way to track progress, but at the same time you have to be aware that water weight fluctuates a lot each day. I mean, if you drink 2 cups of water, you're up a pound, and that's a pound in water weight. So same thing if you go out on a hot, sweaty day, you do a long run, you lose a lot of sweat, lose a lot of water vapor through your mouth. When you exhale, you're gonna drop several pounds probably, but it's water weight fluctuations. So you do have to note on that when you weigh yourself on a day-to-day basis. A lot of fluctuations there. But yeah, that's the day of eating. Feel free to comment below with any questions you might have or future training talk topics, and please vote for the suggested topics. Thanks again for watching. I know it's a pretty long video. I'm gonna try to be more succinct with future training talks and get straight to the point. But I wanted to show you guys what I ate, and I think nutrition is a huge part of running performance, and it's the next best thing you could do to help your overall health and running performance or fitness performance besides your actual physical training. So it's the next piece of the puzzle really, along with sleep and recovery and the mental aspect as well. But we could get into more of that later hopefully. Thanks again. Hope your fall training's off to a great start, and yeah, stay tuned for more via 2Max Productions.